you don't need to hear us talk anymore. We want to hear from you guys. Welcome in, first of all. Wonderful to see you guys here. Ethan, you're from the Worcester area. You're 28 years old now?
That's right.
Okay, multiple myeloma was your situation.
Yes.
At 22 years old.
That's right.
Okay, if you could please tell us what it was like at that age where you're really starting out your life, so to speak, as that independent adult, to be diagnosed with that, what it was like, how you dealt with it, and where you're at now.
Thank you. Yes, that's exactly the case. I was a junior in college at the University of Maine. I was studying abroad in Sevilla, Spain at the time, and I wanted to run a marathon. I wanted to
Not run with the Bulls.
No, not with the Bulls. No.
Okay.
That was going to be for the following year. But
Okay.
No, not. I was wanting to do a marathon, and I began training for and ran the marathon in Madrid, April 28, 2013. And I was experiencing the severe hip pain. And upon coming back to the United States, coming back home to southern Maine, this hip pain continued, and it was in the ball and socket joint, right where the femoral neck is. And upon getting an x-ray on July 3rd, 2013, I got that urgent call right back saying, this is something serious, you should get back down, you should get down to Dana-Farber Brigham Women's area. Upon getting a biopsy and meeting with a team of doctors there, it was revealed that there was a plasmacytoma, a solitary plasmacytoma in that femoral neck, which it was, to the best of my knowledge, was a clementine size, caused severe hip pain. And after more diagnosis, more test results, it came back that I had a smaller lesion in another part of my body, which the diagnosis changed from plasmacytoma to multiple myeloma. Upon that, then I put together with my team of doctors a plan of doing radiation, hip surgery to stabilize the hip, followed by a year, essentially, of chemotherapy at the standard time, and then a stem cell transplant summer 2014. And it was really after that stem cell transplant that it took a long time to really get back on my feet. 2 years so of doing maintenance therapy, and then the hip still hadn't completely healed. And I elected for a total hip replacement in the summer 2016. After getting that hip replacement, that's really when the quality of life really began to change for me and drastically. And ever since then, I've been great. I'm feeling excellent now, and I'm just feel fortunate to have a team behind me.
Love it. Dr. Gobriel, now here's the name of a team for you, Billy. The Stand Up to Cancer Multiple Myeloma Team. Much of your work is all about early detection and the PROMISE study. Tell us why that's important and why that has become critical to your research.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when we diagnose patients now with multiple myeloma, it's too late. By the time they have fractures, they have a lot of problems. And what we're trying to do is diagnose them early and potentially treat early so that we don't get into the problems of fractures and lesions. And we've started the first blood cancer testing now. So we test for breast cancer, lung cancer, colon cancer, yet we never screen for blood cancers. So now the PROMISE study is screening for the first time for myeloma. And we're looking for 50,000 individuals who are high risk, meaning first-degree relatives of people who have myeloma or African Americans over the age of 40.
And you said it's a simple test,
it's
is that right?
It's a simple blood test. Anyone can sign up online, promisestudy.org. We can send them a kit wherever they live in the U.S., and they can be tested, and we will keep it confidential.
That's awesome. You know, I mean, that's amazing. We were talking off here. Sometimes the simplest things are, you know, the most obvious things aren't the things that are happening, but the fact that you guys are pushing for that, trying to make that happen. How common, what you experience, is it in young people? Is that a common thing?
Very rare, very rare. Median age, from what I know, is 65 years old. So to get it at 22 was a complete outlier, and it was like a jigsaw puzzle without having really a reference of how to put the pieces together. Fortunately, I had a team of doctors at Dana-Farber that has helped so much with that. And that's where I think this PROMISE study is so vitally important, because not everyone can have the opportunity like I did to get to Dana-Farber. So to have this expertise and this wealth of knowledge that is here and be able to distribute that and have the opportunity to learn from patients and help prevent future multiple myeloma patients in that who they're screening for is so unique and so important for the advancement of trying to find a cure for multiple myeloma.
All right, let's get that PROMISE study. Let's get that. Let's ramp that up. We're having a great morning so far, Gordo. We're already over 1.53. Thank you for taking time to come and join us here on our toasty set inside here. Now let's go back to our partners over at WEEI.